What's going on, YouTube? It's Donnie P all day sitting down here in the shop. So, here's the deal. I brought out this thing that I had made the very unwise purchase of, well, so far. And while it looks great on film, like in pictures and whatnot, that's just cool looking, man. I was like, ooh, this is going to be one super badass hawk. Turns out, it kind of sucked. I just had some peanut butter Oreos and they were amazing. And the problem is this curl right here, first of all, it's way too much. But second of all, it comes to a very dangerous point where you don't want to point. Then you have all these points where if you choke up, you're getting here, you're getting here. It's just really, really poorly designed. Like all this is great for a hawk you could choke up on. But since you can't choke up on it, there's no need for this swell right here. They could have just went straight up and into this circle right here and brought this straight down, because really the only useful grab you have is way down here, and this makes that suck. Now, here's the deal. If you have tiny little hands, you might actually be able to work this. Like if you have kid hands, I do not, right? This thing is 9 3/4, something like that, 9.5, and my hands are 10 3/4 just about. So it's tiny, especially for me. So I thought the only way to try and salvage this would be to knock out this piece of steel right here and possibly just bring it up to this point and use it as a throwing hawk only. And that way I'd even have the ability to stick in the pommel. So that's today's goal, is to get the stone spinning wherever the power button is. Can't find it. B's for dumb. And I'm going to try and grind off this tip and just give it a whole new angle. So, and then take it out and chuck it. So we're going to see what it looks like. Hold on. Okay, so clearly you can see I flattened that out, took away that whole thing there, reshape this area in here, and then reground the swedge. See how that works? So now it's an actual swedge that'll work. What they had on there was terrible. So it'll come to a point. So now I got to let the steel cool down. Actually, I'm going to cool it down with a little water. And even though it was pouring out earlier, I'm going to take it out and I'm going to see if that's good enough. If not, then I'm going to have to cut off the piece of this finger choil here and bring that more flat there. But that's the next thing to find out. All right, so there's no better way than trying it out. And what I know is that I can grab it here with my pinky on the outside now, because I carved this out really, really nice. And hopefully it'll leave my hand all right and do pretty good. Now, one of the things about this is this was designed by someone in the US, right? It's American design, USA design. They make a big stink out of that. Whoever, one of my brothers or sisters of the blade, who designed this originally before it was modified, shame on you. You wanted to do something cool, but you have no idea what you're doing. You should never, ever design another one of these again. Shame on you. And if you're a veteran, shame, double shame on you. So let's see if now it'll leave the hand all right. And okay, so that's not so bad. It was definitely a lot less painful than it was the other day. It sucked. Oh, that one hit the top. That one hit the dead top. So this one's short, so it throws a lot different than my other ones. Definitely a lot different. But I mean, it's able to get it sticking. So this, I can see now by just cutting off that piece, and I'm trying different, that's why you'll see me at different locations. Okay, so right here, and I did something that I never do. I put my opposite foot forward because I just want to get a spot, get a feel for where I can start to get some blade hits. Oh, that one chunked out. But it still could use a little bit more. coming off, and it's still not the most comfortable, but it's a lot better. Oh my gosh, that one hit the knot of the tree. That was good too. That was a good throw. I know there's like a smushed out piece of dog poo over here I was trying to avoid. There we go. All right, so is it possible to take this piece of crap for $35 and turn it into something? Oh, you know, I actually hit the heel. Turn it into something you can throw? Yeah, it's possible. Does it still make it a $35 piece? Not in my book. You guys see my trick hawk. I'm still throwing it at the end because you kind of have to, and it's still just a little too much. I might have to take a little bit more off. But still, it makes it very inconsistent because of the way the handhold is. It makes it very inconsistent. But it doesn't make it an impossible throw, obviously. You guys are seeing that, right? So, I don't know. It could definitely still be better, but if I was gonna pay 35 bucks, I would, and I wanted a trick shot, something I could throw all the time, I would, without a doubt, spend the 35 bucks on the United Cutlery Kit Ray, K-I-T-R-A-E. That's my trick shot one. You can find that for about 35 bucks. It's starting to really come down. Let's try a reverse. And that thing is way better. Way, way better. So for the same price, the Kit Ray, I would strongly recommend. Even like the cold steel axe bang and all that jazz. Any of those cold steel throwing hawks, they're about the same price. And I would go, so I'm hitting, by going reverse, I gotta show you guys, every single throw is just an upside down head hit. That's kind of crazy. Let's test it out, because that was 3 in a row where I'm hitting upside down heads. I guess it's different holding you guys. I should have put you down. So I gotta twist my body to hold the camera pointing that way. Man, that rain is coming down. So, see that? That's in the head again, upside down. So this thing might be able to, I might be able to use this thing, and that's at 5 yards. That's normally where I throw from, upside down in the head. But I might be able to do some trick throwing with this, but different kinds of trick throwing. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna play with it and see how it goes. And let's see. I can't reverse it there because of the spike at the end, but maybe I can reverse it this way. And I'm gonna hold it like this. I want you to see this. I'm gonna hold it that way and try to get enough power. Woo! Yeah, so is it terrible? It was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. Is it terrible now? No. Is it worth 35 bucks? No. Can I do a little bit more coming off of here to improve it even better? Yeah. Am I gonna? Probably not. I'm gonna call it as it is. This thing is what it is. Will it throw? Absolutely. Do you have to learn to throw because of its weird shape and size? Yeah, but can you do it? Yeah, throwing it reverse, I'm finding out that I'm hitting this way really, really easily. But it is what it is, man. There are 1,000 better options out there that I could recommend to you. And I just named some of those ones. The TRS War Eagle. That's just become my favorite tomahawk for throwing. Still though, my United Cutlery, and I know it's United Cutlery Kit Ray, which you can still find for about 35 bucks, is, in my opinion, so far the best that I've used. And I've used a lot of them, and I'm working on developing in one now. And I'm making a like an all hawk, an all hit hawk, where I'm like, I have to take a flat surface and say, okay, if it hit at this angle, would it stick? If it hits at this angle, would it stick? This angle, this angle, this angle. So, and all the way from this angle, I'm creating a new hawk that would stick any throw unless you hit it sideways, right? So I'm working on that now. It's really getting all the design. It has to be sized right because it has to be able to, it's easy to make sure that I could put a spike here so it can hit if it hits this way. It's really easy to say, okay, because I'm just literally going like this and making sure points hit at all points, at all places. But let me get rid of that. I like when it says scam likely. But what makes it really hard to design a perfect throwing axe is the size and shape and where the shapes are, because that's gonna, a lot of the spinning, you don't want it to just go like that. You want a nice fluid throw, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's kind of hard to explain. But so much weight here and so little weight here would go whoo, you know what I mean? It's kind of, it would stagger the throw. So proportionally weighting it to perfection is another. And another thing I'm working on, I dreamt about it. I was like having one of those awake dreams. I was awake dreaming my new design for a Rambo hawk. And I have this thing going on in my dome right now for a Rambo hawk that I think would be just incredible. So I'm going to work on doing that. I might actually go to the drawing board today and actually put it out and see what that'll look like. But I think that could look really, really badass. So that's what I'm going to work on. As for this one, it's better. Is it great? No, but it's definitely better. Taking away this big hook right here, and then it was curved. I don't know if you remember, but it was curved like that. Straightening that out and then taking away some of this, it absolutely helped. It absolutely helped. So that's it for this one. I'm calling it. Worth the buy? No, not because you have to modify it. It's not worth buying. Is it worth owning? Mm-hmm. But that's it. Hi, I'm Donnie B all day. Until next knife.